to the show, my brother.
Ciao bella, come stai? Oh.
Ngiyaphila, unjani wena? Exactly. So I think there's a whole lot of learning that's going to happen here on the show because, as promised, we have Diego in the kitchen and he's going to take us through the entire pizza process. We are starting off with the perfect pizza dough. Ciao, Diego.
Ciao, bella.
So now, Diego, when it comes to pizza, I mean, I do love myself a good pizza, but what is it about pizza that's just such a passion of yours?
I think it's the simplicity. No, pizza have to be simple. That's why I didn't bring a proper recipe, as I mentioned to you earlier. We're gonna go by filling.
Yeah.
Because it's just simple: water, salt, yeast, a little bit of olive oil, flour, and that is the menu we need to make the base of the pizza.
And Bob's your uncle. Okay, well, let's get straight into it. I mean, what's the first step of getting this right?
So for homemaking, this is like a different way we can do for restaurants, for professional, but for homemaking, we try to make it very simple.
Yeah,
so
please.
People can practice at home and just try to find a way to make their own favorite pizza because there is not a precise standard. Pizza is always good, you know?
I love it. Pizza is always good.
So we're starting with the water, right? It's always good to start with the base of water. So you're adding flour to it so you can find the right consistency of what you want your dough to be based on your
when you're feeling
your skills, your feeling and the way you handle it.
But now, is the water warm, cold, room temperature?
We'll suggest to use cold water, but if you don't have much time, then the warm water will speed up the process. Salt will slow it down. So you have like, it's got to be technical, but let's keep it simple.
Let's keep it simple for people like moi.
So use I would say like a cake flour if you do it in an express way.
Yes.
And if you want to do like something a little bit more masterclass, you get a strong flour like a bread flour, and you can make your dough the day before. That's ideal.
Wow.
But doesn't have to be like that. So this is the basic one. So you guys can experiment and then send me pictures.
One thing about our viewers, we have some masterclass extraordinaires back at home. So they're probably going to try it your proper, normal, expert way. But I'm going to keep it basic for myself.
Yeah, it's simplicity. It's all about simplicity. Yeah. So once we got the water, we add in the yeast into the water. Okay, you can use dry yeast. Dry yeast is usually quite strong. So I would say like half a teaspoon is all what you need.
Okay, perfect.
Just, you don't want the dough to go faster than you.
No, we don't.
So you give it time to melt in the water, you mix it. So you're gonna have like this murky color water.
Which makes sense as to why you said sometimes if you do use warmer water, it'll speed up the process because I suppose the yeast will dissolve quicker.
Or they get very excited in there. Like with the temperature, the bacteria in the yeast, they just become more proactive.
It'll activate.
So they will digest the flour a little bit faster and things. So we put the yeast in here, we make sure the yeast is nice and melted down, so all the dough will rise evenly, you know?
Got you.
And then we can start to add our flour.
Our flour in, okay.
For your home use, actually, I would suggest, in case you don't have like a very high heat temperature oven, I think people bake at 250 degrees on average of a kitchen oven, we will add a little bit of sugar. Because the sugar is actually there to caramelize in the crust and give the nice color into the crust.
Yum, yes.
So my oven runs at 350 degrees. Yeah,
wow.
So at that temperature, the carbohydrates in the flour will caramelize and do the same things. Obviously, 250, 180, depends on other oven. We add in the sugar, and the sugar basically does the same thing.
Yeah.
So we can mix it with the yeast, and also the bacteria, the yeast, love the sugar. So that together they're having a party there.
And then you continue to mix.
Yeah,
and then at what stage does the salt and the oil come in?
So we put water, yeast and sugar as first, and then we start to add the flour. When the flour starts to break down, because flour doesn't have any gluten in it.
Yes.
It's just the mixture with water actually create the gluten. So I would suggest to start to add the flour very slowly and work with your hand as like a little...
As a tool.
Yeah, it's good to feel it with your hand. That's the basic... things that I like pizza because everything is very sensorial. You have to put your hand in there. You have to be a bit messy.
Yeah.
And then after,
but surely you add it.
Yeah, you just add a little bit like this, and then.
I mean, you were talking to us about Ferdinando's.
Yeah.
Tell us all about your shop.
Wow, you never been there?
Imagine. I'm embarrassed, I know. Don't come for me. But after this, I'm definitely going to visit.
Yeah, my shop is fun. It's a very bold, friendly eatery. It's very, I call it all-inclusive. Like, it's a place which I like people to come and feel at home. And we like to put our passion into the pizza and make the best that we can in that.
Beautiful.
And cocktail, of course.
Yeah.
Nothing better to share.
A little fun.
To have a pizza
and
with a couple
cocktails.
of, you know,
Lovely.
it could be wine, it could be beer, it could be Coke, it could be anything, but it's for the good time, you know, to keep people entertained.
Yeah, food really is about that family and that bonding experience. And I can imagine the bonding experience that can happen in your home kitchen with playing with this and making this pizza dough.
Absolutely. So I just want to show you, you see like how like the flour starts to dissolve.
The lumps, yeah.
Yeah, so you're just gonna add a little bit more and just slowly but surely you start to get more consistency into the dough. When the dough doesn't feel wet anymore or as wet, then you can start to add your salt.
Okay.
And then we can probably knead it on a counter. You can do it in a bowl, it's probably less messy. Flour go everywhere.
Perfect. But essentially, you want this mixture and your batter to start firming up and getting thicker and thicker.
Exactly. So some people were suggested me when I first started that the pizza dough should have the same consistency as your earlobes.
What?
Like that's kind of like...
Okay, with these big earrings. Okay, but I get it. Oh, lovely. Since we are focusing on all things Italian cuisine and that good homemade cooking, top 3 toppings on a pizza, what would you say?
Ooh, well, I think #1 selling pizza worldwide is probably salami.
Salami, yep. That's me, like, pepperoni salami girl.
Everybody, pepperoni or diavola, as we call it in Italy, which is spicy salami pizza. That is probably like the #1. #2, they reckon it's probably mushroom pizza.
Oh, wow, mushrooms, yeah.
In Italy, would probably be the margherita, though.
And also, okay, well, as you are finishing off the dough, I mean, you did promise us a fungata, and that is that mushroom influence that we're going to experience within that. I do want us to finish this dough because that's what it's all about. It's a masterclass teaching you step by step how to put together the most authentic, homemade, Italian-style pizza. And just like that, I'm seeing it thickening in front of our very eyes.
Yes, and you can see like how the consistency starts to become more elastic as you're adding. So it's important this wet work because like with a high hydration, you allow the gluten to form properly.
I love
that is what's gonna make your pizza puff.
Okay, well, before we get our pizza puffing, we will continue creating and putting together this pizza dough as the show goes on. Now, good pizza needs good music. So after the break, we get to know the Italian songstress, Francesca.